Hey guys, welcome back to Skylanders Ring of Heroes. Now this is a video I wanted to make quickly just because since my last video I'm farming B7, stuff like that, and in my pre-global launch videos I talked about progression using Tough Luck, and a lot of people are hitting me up with the question about Tough Luck now, and now that I've tested Whirlwind, I'm almost willing to suggest building Whirlwind now. I just wanted to get all the information that I do have out there just to help people decide. I don't know everything, I haven't tried everything, so the Tough Luck is a reliable way, but it seems with the low drop rates, it's just taking too long to get there. Because Tough Luck, you really do need 6-star and Awaken. It's going to take a long time to farm that, and I think that's just making people get a little bit bored of that grind. So due to the fact that I managed to do it with my Whirlwind at 4-star max, means there wasn't much farming involved in it to get her there, and then she did enable me to do the B7. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the progress I'm planning and that sort of thing, and different options for people that don't have the Stormblade and stuff like that. Once again, this isn't saying this is the best way now. This is just saying, just getting the information out there to try and help you guys as much as you can, to try and give you the fastest progression that you possibly can. So once I do finish my progression, once I build my Whirlwind properly and all that stuff, I'll probably do a guide like I did for the Tough Luck one with all the images and stuff, but this is more of a discussion first up, just because, like I said, once again, I just want to get all the information out there that I can. So like I said, my team that I'm farming with now, it's pretty reliable because I got a couple little rune upgrades. I got 3 upgrades on these 3 runes for my Stormblade, which really helped the damage. So now it's a really reliable run. But yeah, his stats, so he's on the 3 5-star runes, and then the 2 4s and a 3. Stealth Elf, fairly similar, but only got the 2 4-star runes here. And Whirlwind still on really average runes. I can probably upgrade them now, but nothing too special there. So I'll just flick through. You can pause and look at the stats if you want on these units. But once again, that Whirlwind is only 4-star unawakened, and this is why I'm considering this as being a better option for progression than Tough Luck. Even though yes, Tough Luck can do the solo on B7 and B8, this is just quicker. You don't have to farm for as much to get an effective unit. I'm still going to keep farming my Whirlwind and 6-star and awaken her, because I think she'll be handy, like, moving into the future as well. But just the fact that you can get to that B7, start getting some more 5 and 6-star rune drops, is really handy, and it takes away the tough slog of that massive grind that it is to now farm Tough Luck. So what I'm doing now is farming this. I tested a run, so I tested a couple different teams. I tested my Stormblade, my Stealth Elf, and my... Wait, we'll go into the team selection so it's easier to visualize. So the other teams I tested were basically this, to see if that would work. It failed 2 times in a row for me. It felt like it was getting close, but it wasn't. My Enigma's pretty bad too. That might have an effect on it. But I just feel like it's not as reliable. And then I did also try, leave that there, I tried this team with Whirlwind, Stealth Elf, and Enigma. And this team actually worked. It was really reliable. I did 3 runs, it cleared them every time. The problem is, it was 5-minute runs. So if you want to go back to the old school way of playing RPGs, you could always use this team here to clear the B7. And yes, it'll be slow runs, but you might get some rune upgrades that help. The other thing is, if you're not trying to punch out a progression as fast as I am right now, so right now I'm planning to 6-star my Stealth Elf in the next couple days, maybe 3 days. I'm requesting her from guilds. I'm actually paying the 60 gems to refresh her after someone said it on stream to do it. Whoever that was, thank you very much if you're watching, because it's just going to speed up how fast I can get my Stealth Elf 6-starred. But that's for me looking at B8 progression. If you get a Stealth Elf 6-starred in this team, I don't know, she might have the damage to be able to one-shot units and then do it. But the longer it takes you to get to this stage, if you're not grinding as hard as me, then you'll probably get your Stealth Elf 6-starred by that stage if you're requesting her from guild and doing your daily 6s. And I did use all my Omni Gems on her as well, so that's a personal decision. But all I'm saying is, I think it might be viable to get it 3-star eventually. What you really want is to have these 2 guys, because I feel like these guys work really well, and then to get the 3-star, you really want AoE damage. Obviously, I had the Stormblade. Other options are obviously the Spitfire. A lot of people went for Spitfire. Spitfire is amazing for getting 3-star runs. Make him your leader. And because his leader skill, we'll go have a look at Spitfire quickly. Because that leader skill of Spitfire, that gives him a chance to increase the attack of all allies. Sorry, not the leader skill, the passive. Grant all allies attack up for 1 turn at the start of a round. This is amazing for getting the 3-star runs, because it's not reliable at 60%. But if it procs on the 3 waves, you're going to get so much more damage out and get it done quickly. Then obviously he has the bombs, and he has a really high damage charge skill as well. So his damage is just insane. So if you have him, just put him in that place. So you'd use Whirlwind, Stealth Elf, and Spitfire, and you're pretty much good. Basically anything else with AoE, even... This is just getting deeper down the rabbit hole for testing that I haven't tested. Something like Ember, which is just really heavy single target nukes, might even help you, especially when you've got the charge skill, which is saving mana from your team and stuff like that. Once again, I can't confirm that this will work, but it's just another idea. With the right runes, it will work, because the way we used to do it was with Stealth Elf and Tough Luck. And that was the best way. Tough Luck was always 6-starred and Awakened, so you had that really good damage. So if you can get something to supplement that damage, you're probably good. And the other thing is, if you do farm Whirlwind, when she awakens, she does AoE damage as well. But it's pretty much whatever Nat 5 you pulled. I don't think Nat 4s will quite cut it. Besides that, you could always farm a Kaboom. Kaboom's really good in the game everywhere. The problem is that his bomb is single target until he's awakened. So that basically makes you run into the same thing as farming Tough Luck, although he is on a normal stage a bit further on, so it's more efficient farming him. But he's still going to be a long slog to farm, and then you'll be sort of building 2 units. So it basically will come down to the Nat 5s you have. If you don't, then like I said, you can go the Tough Luck route, or you can go the Whirlwind and Kaboom route. Water units aren't going to be great for it, just because of the elemental advantage. Same with tech units. Another one I thought that might be decent is the Crypt King. I haven't actually tested him to know how much this actually does, but he's really mana efficient, and this skill's an AoE diminish, and he's got the attack power leader skill, which will help getting that damage out. So maybe him with the Whirlwind and Stealth Elf is an option if you get him to like 5-star unawakened, because he still has the AoE when unawakened. That could be another option. I'm just spitballing here, trying to give as many ideas I can for people to test out if they don't have the units. But obviously those 2 key ones would be the Spitfire and the Stormblade. Ambush is another one, because he's got that AoE. You could use his AoE skill, the charge skill, in conjunction with this skill that hits pretty hard, and you might get some success with that. Just basically, you just want to get speed. But like I said, if you don't have the units, there is always the option to just do slow clears, which I know once there's a 10 times auto and it's fasting, you want to do that, but it is still the option to do the Enigma in this slot to progress like that. So that's the B7. Moving into B8, like I said, I'm 6-starring my Stealth Elf to look at B8. As you can see, I'm already getting my Broccoli guy up there. He's at 4-star already. My plan for B8 is basically going to rely on Stealth Elf. Get her 6-starred, max level her, that'll get her good stats, put my best runes on her, and then I'm going to try and 5 or 6-star my Whirlwind as extra support. So then I'll have basically just Whirlwind and Broccoli guys supporting the Stealth Elf to do all the damage. And then once again, I'll probably throw in the Stormblade just to be able to get the extra damage out. So let's go back to the actual dungeon that I'm talking about so it doesn't get confusing. So that is the team that I'm actually going to try in B8. Obviously, I'm a little bit away from it, but my plan is to have the Stealth Elf as the main nuker at 6-star. I'm really trying to rush my Stealth Elf to 6-star. The Whirlwind for the support, the extra heals, and then Broccoli guy heals as well. I've also just put a couple skill ups into my Broccoli guy, so he also applies a defense buff. So the synergy with the Whirlwind is really nice too. When you consider this skill, the first skill of Whirlwind grants defense up for 2 turns to an ally, and then you've got Broccoli guy putting defense up too. So you've got, it's not full uptime mitigation, but it is a lot of mitigation. And the AI or the coding behind the Whirlwind skill seems to be that she puts the defense buff on the lowest HP ally. So everything seems to be working well. And once again, in this one, if you have the Spitfire, he might not have the damage you need. So that's where the 6-star stealth elf is an idea. If you have the ambush once you get to B8, then that could be a really good idea. It's just going to be about testing units. Once again, that Kaboom isn't going to be great here, but if you did build the Crypt King, he could be an option as well. So it's just, I know this isn't like a guide video, but I just wanted to make the discussion video because a lot of people are asking me about the tough luck, and I get that it's really annoying to farm now. So I'm just trying to give you guys other options that you can work on. Don't take everything I say as the best word. Like, this stuff I think would work with, like, I think Spitfire would work. Like, I'm 99% sure Spitfire would work instead of Stormblade. On B7, that is. But yeah, just it comes down to testing things as well. Like I said, I haven't tested everything in the game. I only played it for a couple months before launch, but I'm just trying to use what knowledge I have and just get it out there to help you guys. I think I've said that a few too many times in this video, so we're going to cut it there, but just something to think about, and I wish you guys the best in your progression, and thanks for watching another video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.